Hello everyone and welcome back to my LP of Final Fantasy X Remastered. In the last episode we took the rest of the journey to get into the boat, got on the boat, and shit went to hell because we are being attacked by Sin and some idiot decided to harpoon it. So we are now stuck in a battle trying to finish off what we can, well not really finish off, release the harpoon from Sin so we can actually not get dragged under. So I also want to say is that during this part of the game that you can actually kill off as many of these things as possible, and you can do it for hours and hours and hours on end. I actually took the liberty of going ahead and doing this for like 12 hours I think it was, maybe 15 hours. And after I finish this fight I'm going to transfer over to that save file to show what it's like when you actually kill off so many things. I think from memory, Kamari, he got 38 sphere levels and everyone else got 28. And when I transfer over to that save file, I am going to continue from that save file. I know that may be a dick move type of thing, but I just prefer to have my save file like that. It also helps when it comes to certain parts of the game, because very soon you won't be traveling that much, and I think like 2 to 3 hours of the gameplay takes up around not actually doing any fighting, so I'd rather do the fighting now rather than later. So I am going to get everyone into the fight like usual and just have it as a normal fight, and then what I'm going to do is just leave that guy there, bring in Lulu, and now I'm going to bring in Yuna. Now I haven't explained Yuna's overdrive. She can grand summon any of her Aeons, and when she grand summons it actually puts their overdrive at the top. So because I've got Yuna's overdrive up, Belfour now gets his overdrive turned up by, I'm guessing, trading their bars or whatever. They don't really trade it, but anyway, you get what I mean. So Belfour now has his overdrive right up, and I can now show you what his energy blast looks like. And when it happens again, I'll show you what his energy ray looks like as well, so you guys get a fair idea of what everyone's overdrive actually looks like. And when we get to Kilika, I'll actually show them off so you guys have a fair idea of what it's like. So, killed off that thing, got an overkill. And the harpoon releases, hell yeah! And now we're just sitting in the middle of the water. Booyah! Aren't we missing someone? Where's that blonde-haired guy? Of course he's one to get thrown into the water. Can you stop? That really hurts. Okay, watch this. Now, I believe in the previous versions, especially the PlayStation 2 version, when he throws the Blitzball there, it actually is meant to hit 3 of those sin spawns. I think it's meant to go left, to the right, and then slightly down and hit one on the bottom. But in that scene, they actually change it to only hitting 2. So I'm surprised that they actually changed that. Because the sin spawn that was meant to be on the bottom right was actually on the bottom left, and it would hit all 3. But I don't know why, but they decided to do it that way. Now, in this fight, we have to initiate our cheer and get our cheer on 5 times. And then afterwards, I'm going to haste both of them so we can get them all on the go. Now, I'm going to show off his elemental reels now, so I don't have to do it later. But you got all the elementals here, and you have to match up them all. Shit. Okay, so it looks like we got lightning. If you get all 3 up, you will target every single fiend on the field, but because I stuffed it up, I only knocked out 1. Which is okay, so put on a second cheer. And put on our third. While you have Titus / Dragons doing that, get Waka just to kill off every other sin spawn in the area. So that makes 4, we're nearly there. And that makes 5. So now once you've done cheer 5 times, it's better off that you haste both of your party members. The reason to haste both your party members is so that you are actually faster than your opponent, and it'll make it a lot easier for you to actually get stuff done around here. So Titus is now haste, and now we can focus on the boss. This boss has 2000 HP. Now, I believe if you want to get a, what's the word? An overkill on this guy, you need to at least do 600's worth of damage. So far, I've hit him once, so twice, 3 times, I believe that's about 1400, and then do that. And now the overdrive. Spiral cut, I think I showed you guys, but anyway, if I can get it right, there we go. And he is gone. And it automatically kills the other sin spawn too. Hasta la vista. Now, as you can see, that was only, I think it was about 50 AP. I think when I did the so many hours, it was like 30,000 AP. So it was ridiculous how much you actually get when you do that.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
When I first played this game, when I was 12 years old, and to see that scene, it really made me think, that all the disasters that happen overseas, is very similar to what happened here. This is the starting point of where I thought that, that this, even though it was in-game, this Sin really had to be killed. He just went and demolished an entire village. And now they have to go and start over. It was a really sad tipping point for me when I actually first played this game. Part of the reason why this game is so close to my heart is because it has so many sad moments in the game, but every sad moment, there's happiness afterwards. So while I change to my next save file, which is the one that I worked ahead, just think on that, there's people that suffer in this world that you don't realise, and the amount of suffering that these guys would have to go through now that their village is destroyed and they have to rebuild. Just think on that. Also too, what struck me is that they thought that their family members would turn into fiends, which is the monsters we battled throughout the game. So just think of it this way too, that all those ones that never got sent to heaven or got sent to heaven, they turn into these hellish monsters and come back to essentially kill their relatives, kill anyone in their path. So just think of it that way, that how much hurt that they would be going through right now. And us coming from the boat, there's not much we can really do, except for help them to rebuild as much as what they can do. And now we have to perform ascending. Well, Yuna does have to perform ascending. So it's interesting to see what this sending is all about. And we can't go talk to Waka. The only thing we can do is follow Yuna and get this sending over and done with.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this? It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Going back to what I was saying before, when I was 12, seeing that straight afterwards, after those people getting killed, I think I stood at this spot for 10 minutes contemplating what just happened. Like, they just had people die to having their funeral right then and there. And I feel that this is one of the saddest moments in the game, like, and we're only 4 or 5 hours into the game. This was one of the saddest moments I've ever seen in gaming. I don't know how I can put words to my mouth to tell you how sad it was for me to watch it for the first time. I got shivers down my spine because at this stage in my life I'd already had a few people pass away in my personal life. So seeing this, it struck home. But in saying that, I'm going to end the episode here. And in the next episode, hopefully it's more cheery and we don't have any more people die. So this is Dragon's Flame, signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.